Welcome to Purpose NIL. I'm your host and coach on purpose, James M. Rink. This is the show where we empower leaders like you to live your life's purpose, aligning your work, life, and calling. Today's episode is about something simple, but powerful. The feelings that you love to feel are the feelings you want to give to others. This is foundational to your purpose. Here's the purpose formula that we live by on this show. Feelings plus action plus people equal purpose. When we do good to people, we feel good. That's how your purpose moves from words into real life. Purpose isn't some grand abstract idea that you magically discover someday. Purpose isn't a destination you arrive at when everything is perfect. Purpose is a compass you carry with you every single day, especially in a world of chaos like we're living in right now. I know this personally. In the last week, it's been difficult for me. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm overwhelmed. The noise of the world is loud. Work pressures, family responsibilities, unanswered questions about what's next. But clarity doesn't come from escaping life. It comes from stepping into my purpose. So instead of withdrawing, I do something intentional. I help someone else. I speak encouragement to somebody. I speak hope when it would be easier just to remain silent. And in that moment, nothing externally changes, but everything internally does. My energy shifts. My focus sharpens. My peace returns. When I live my purpose, everything changes. Decisions become clearer. Work becomes meaningful. Challenges stop feeling like obstacles and begin to feel like stepping stones filled with new opportunity. If you feel overwhelmed, the same is true for you. Your purpose is your power. It frees you from distraction. It cuts through the noise of society. It allows you to lead with courage, clarity, and impact. And when you step into your purpose, it just doesn't transform your own life. You give others permission to do the same. And that's what this episode is all about. 250 years ago, America was founded on a purpose. Do you know what it is? Freedom. Freedom isn't just a concept, it's a feeling. Our founders wanted to feel free, and they wanted the same for you and for me. Purpose has always been rooted in feelings that drive action for a greater good in others. Today, you're going to hear from two incredible student athletes, the University of Oklahoma football player John Locke and OU women's basketball star Zaya Van. They're going to share with you the feelings that they love to feel and that they want to intentionally give to others through their sport, leadership, and life. My hope is that their stories will inspire you to define your own life's purpose. This is Purpose NIL.
Give a little life update. Been a heck of a year. Turned 39, married the love of my life, and really found my vocational calling. You know, I did some work last year to figure out, all right, what's my purpose? So I had just called off an engagement, had just moved from Montana, walked away from a job that I really loved and was passionate about. I felt like just a lack of a sense of identity, like I'm starting all over again. Just hit a rock bottom moment. I really want to lean in and figure out why I'm here. And I said, well, I need to figure out my purpose. So that's when I enrolled in the Purpose NIL Masterclass. My purpose is to love and connect with people, inspiring them towards freedom and helping them create their dream life. I felt like probably anxious, fearful. If I didn't know where I was going, I would say I was without direction. A lot of the pain for myself came from not being able to communicate or not even knowing what it was exactly that I wanted. But I've learned to filter it through my purpose now that I've really specified that. When I'm fully me, when I'm alive, when I'm gathering people, like what brings you to life? Fire it up. When we know our purpose and we're walking in that, there is just such a joy and life in that.
Go to purposeofyou.com and take the free transformational assessment.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL, the show where we empower leaders through purpose entrepreneurship. Today, we're helping college athletes to find their purpose and align it with a brand's mission through NIL. But make no mistake, these same strategies work for you in your business, your career. Purpose NIL isn't just for athletes, it's for anyone who wants clarity, impact, and meaningful success. I've seen it firsthand. When an athlete understands who they are and why they do what they do, everything changes. Confidence rises, decisions sharpen, opportunities begin to align instead of feeling forced. Next, you're going to hear from the University of Oklahoma football player John Locke as he shares the people who have empowered him along the way. We begin with a powerful lesson from Mr. Rogers. Purpose is founded on feelings. The feelings that we love to feel are the feelings we love to give to people. The first question I asked John was from Mr. Rogers.
I do not know who Mr. Rogers is.
Well, you're going to by the end of this. John, you're a very successful, talented person. You come from a football dynasty family of collegiate players. You are at one of the premier universities playing football, a game that you love, and you also excel in academics. You could not be sitting where you are today with the success that you've had without people who've loved you today. Who are the people in your life who loved you to allow you to be who you are today?
Well, doing that exercise, the two people that just came right off the bat that I could tell countless stories about were my mom and my dad. I mean, I have no idea where I would be in my life if it wasn't for those two people.
What are a couple memories and moments that maybe your mom and you had, your father and you had?
My dad was whenever I got my first collegiate offer, my summer going into my senior year of high school football. It was very different because of COVID, and it slowed things down, and it made it really hard for high school players to get recruited, along with the transfer portal just now becoming a thing. And so my dad really stepped up and elevated and pushed so hard for me to, get myself out there because I was a very capable player. And so we had just flown to Denver and drove up to Fort Collins, where I participated in Colorado State's football camp. My dad took off work just to come up there and be with me on that trip. And then we flew straight from there to Atlanta at 3 a.m. to go to a rivals combine, which would get my numbers out there for all colleges to see. And then after that rivals combine, we didn't go to bed till 4 and had to get up at 8. And then Colorado State coaches called me that morning at like 11 a.m. and gave me my first scholarship offer. And to see my dad cry and just the love that he showed for me right there. And then thinking back to, the process of my dad took off work and, spending all this time just to give me a chance to get out there where there's no guaranteed. It just truly made me feel so loved and so secure. I had a lot of gratitude, super inspired for me to, as a father one day, because I want to be able to invest in my kids the way that he's invested in me. It was truly a very memorable moment because ultimately it kickstarted my college career. It'll always hold a very special place in my heart.
Everything that you just shared is truly the essence of purpose. Your father did selfless acts for you to help you be the man you have the potential to be. and you identify that immediately, that's the man you want to be for your kids. And in essence, that is purpose. It's giving feelings to others for their greater good. But we can also use that same passion, that same feelings to build your NIL brand so that you can be giving those same feelings, and I wrote them down, of love, secure, grateful, inspire, invest. You can do that to brands to help build their companies. Next up, you said your mother. Tell us a little bit about key moments and memories of your mom and how they made you feel.
With my mom, trying to keep it kind of centralized about my purpose with football. This one is very recent. So obviously entering the transfer portal in December was a very unknown and very unsecure time in my life where, you know, I was invested and super loyal to a program for 3 years, and just at one instant moment, completely detaching and having nowhere to go, nowhere to play football for an extended period of time. And the way my mom was loving me, I put loving me, giving me that security, showing her passion for how she cared about what I love, and giving me peace during that time is something that was ultimately what got me through that time. But specifically, whenever I got my opportunity to come play here at Oklahoma, it was really overwhelming because obviously Oklahoma is my dream school my entire life. And, you know, when you get the opportunity to do something this big, you know, this isn't Louisiana Tech. This is a whole nother level of football. And it can be really overwhelming and super scary in the fact that this is big time, you know? And to go through what I had been through, you know, talking to all these different schools, and then to get this, she was there for me and able to give me that security and give me that peace. Like, man, like this person is truly someone who just wants the absolute best for me and wants me to do what I love and wants me to chase my purpose. And ultimately, you know, Oklahoma ended up being that, but that was super monumental and something that I'll remember forever.
Appreciate that. Love your parents. You are extremely blessed. With University of Oklahoma football tight end John Locke has identified the feelings he loves to feel and the feelings he intentionally gives to others. That's the definition of purpose in action. To watch more of John's story, visit my YouTube channel at James M. Rink or at purposeofyou.com. You can follow John Locke on X at John Locke OC, and consider building an NIL opportunity with John on Open Doors. There's more Purpose NIL in a moment.
What helped me tremendously was connecting with other people that were also going through the same thing that I was going through. So I knew I wasn't alone, and other people battled that. And so having that encouragement was so helpful. Understanding where all of it comes from, why the feelings, frustration, it was validated. And once I had that validation, I was able to move forward and know that, okay, so throughout all of this, I am called to inspire people to transform their relationships, help them feel worthy and valued.
To learn how discovering your purpose can transform your life, go to purposeofyou.com and take the free transformational assessment.
Knowing what my purpose is helps me take care of me. because I have to take care of me first. If you're not valuing yourself and you're not feeling worthy, it's something I lived and had to find out, right? What that purpose was. My bucket was completely empty and I'm trying to pour into other people and I had nothing. So in order to take care of me is reminding myself of what I am called to do. Like I'm seeing those things now. Before I didn't see where my impact was at all. I am Cheryl Fox and my purpose is to inspire others to transform their relationships, helping them feel worthy and valued.
Knowing your purpose can transform your life. Go to purposeofyou.com and take the free transformational assessment.
Welcome back. We're continuing our Purpose of You formula, feelings plus actions plus people equal purpose, with University of Oklahoma women's basketball star Zaya Van. I asked Zaya to reflect on the people who have loved her, to supported her, and believed in her so that she could be the strong, successful woman she is today. Watch this. So Zaya, how many people are on your list, the people that have loved you to allow you to be who you are today?
I'm going to say like 17 people.
You are a blessed.
I know.
That's great. All right. For this exercise today, if you had to narrow down the top 2 to 3 people.
Okay. I have 3.
You have 3. All right. And do you mind telling us who those top 3 are?
I would say my mom and dad, and then my grandpa.
Grandpa. Okay. So your mother, your father, and your grandpa. And is your grandfather on your mother's side or your father's side?
My mom's side.
Your mom's side. Okay. So if you had to think of a moment in time, a memory where you could say, if there was one time that really personified a memory, a moment where you knew my mother had my back, she loved me unconditionally so, what would be one memory or moment of time?
Probably like my junior year of high school. Like towards the end of the year, I was going through like a really hard time, like mentally and stuff. And she was just like trying to come up with like all these like solutions and stuff, just like that would like solve all my problems kind of. And she really like I could just tell that she really just like wanted to like see me like not hurting anymore. It was just really like nice to like have someone be like so supportive in that time.
Okay, so the end of your junior year of high school, you had issues that were in your life that really challenged your mental health and well-being. And your mother was a consistent source to help guide and lead you through that challenging period of time. And in that, it really personified the love that you felt from your mother. Is that a fair way to say it?
That's a great way to put it, yes.
Okay. Well, that's what I specialize in, is trying to articulate it. So I want you to do me a favor. I've given you a worksheet of some core feelings. Take a look at that list and let's identify the feelings in that moment in time that you felt from your mother.
Love, joy, happy, safe, secure, peace. Yeah. Hope, gratitude, compassion, care.
Your mother sounds like a fantastic individual. You're very blessed.
Yeah, I know. I love her so much.
Let's walk through this same little exercise, focusing on your father. If there was a moment in time between you and your father where you could really say, okay, in this moment in time, I know without a shadow of my doubt, my dad had my back.
Like there was a moment in time where like, I think it was my last year of AAU. Like I just had a really bad tournament. And I was just like in a flunk kind of. And like I was just like super frustrated and stuff about it. And so like instead of him like trying to like tell me ways to like do better on the court and stuff, he was kind of like trying to keep me like, he's trying to like encourage me and just like be like take basketball out of it, because honestly whenever I do go through flunks, it's like it has to do with more than just basketball. So he was kind of just like trying to encourage me, like take basketball out of it kind of and just like be positive. And then he's like always trying to keep me like rooted in my faith and stuff. And so he's always like sending me Bible verses and stuff and just like sending me like prayers to say before games and stuff like that. And so I feel like that's just so important. It's so important to have someone like that in your life.
So it sounds like you were having not the best game in basketball. And these would be in your high school years. And your father was really a guiding light, more in the mental aspect to get your game to be at the level that you know it could be and that he knew it should be.
Yes.
Okay. So same list. Take a look at those feelings. In that moment in time, how did your father make you feel?
Say love, joy, happy, secure, patient, peace, hope, gratitude, alive, and then awe.
Love that. Man, you've got some good folks. That's beautiful stuff. All right. The next person that you mentioned was your grandfather on your mother's side. Give us a moment in time of when you knew your grandfather had your back. He loved you to allow you to be who you are today.
This is actually going to make me very emotional because he just passed away recently. So
sorry to hear that.
It's okay. So he's just always been like super like positive and like encouraging. Just like no matter what. Like I could have the worst game of my life and he literally he would have nothing like bad to say about it. And that's just like who he was. He was just like he was literally like everybody in my family, like just everybody's like biggest hype man. And he was just like the most like one of the most positive people I've ever met in my entire life.
Well, it sounds like your grandfather, I think you said he's everybody's favorite hype person. He was just always optimistic, always saying positive things, even in bad situations. He could always find the good in it. And I do understand you're still clearly in the mourning process of your grandfather's passing. The good news is just by acknowledging his contribution to your life in this moment in time when you're defining your purpose, it allows you to use the richness of your grandfather's influence on you for you to go be the person he always hoped you would be. So if you would, take a look at the feelings that are on the worksheet and let's identify the core feelings that you felt from your grandfather.
Okay. So love, joy, happy, safe, secure, peace, patient, hope, gratitude, passion, compassion, inspired, fascination, and awe.
Well, Zaya, certainly your mother, your father, and your grandfather on your mother's side have made a very strong impact to you that have empowered you to be the woman you are today, on the court and off the court. Zaya Van is defining her purpose by identifying the core feelings she loves to feel and intentionally giving those feelings to the people in her world. To watch more of Zaya's purpose story, visit my YouTube channel at James M. Rink or at purposeofyou.com. Follow Zaya at Zaya Van on all platforms and explore NIL opportunities with Zaya on Open Doors. There's more Purpose NIL in a moment. Welcome back to Purpose NIL, the show where we help you uncover your life's purpose and leverage it to create impact, joy, and fulfillment. I'm James M. Rink, and you know what? I'm thrilled to be able to invite you to an upcoming Live on Purpose live stream event. These happen Wednesday, the first Wednesday of the month at noon Eastern. To register, go to purposeofyou.com. This is your opportunity to connect with other like-minded people that are all purpose-driven, people who are committed to making an impact, inspiring others, and living it intentionally. Reserve your spot today at purposeofyou.com. It's totally free, and I promise you, this isn't just another online event. It's a space where ideas ignite, connections flourish, and a purpose comes to life. Your purpose comes to life. Purpose isn't just a concept. It's the energy that drives your actions, your vision, your life. It's what separates business leaders that survive and the business leaders that thrive and inspire. Live on purpose. Register today at purposeofyou.com. Speaking of living your purpose fully, I want to share something personal with you that I learned about myself and my purpose. As a reminder, my purpose is to communicate hope, to help people, and to make people happy. This week, my mom celebrated her 87th birthday. We gathered at her favorite Italian restaurant for her favorite meal, lasagna. The highlight of the evening was at the end of the meal when her birthday dessert was delivered by our server, who serenaded my mother happy birthday singing in Italian. The entire restaurant joined in, and the sheer joy on my mother's face, the laughter, the clapping, the happiness that radiated from her reminded me of that purpose. It isn't just about achievement. It's about creating moments of happiness that touch hearts and bring people together. So happy birthday, Mom. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of Purpose NIL. Be sure to follow me on all social media platforms at James M. Rink. And if you're ready to uncover your own life's purpose, visit purposeofyou.com. Remember, living your purpose isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle. Make it your commitment today. Thanks for watching this episode of Purpose NIL.